wind is coming. Your cars are coming. Your money is coming. Your anointing is coming. Your healing is coming. Your peace is coming. Your joy is coming. Your blessing is coming. Whatever the enemy has stolen, I see angels bringing them to you right now. Receive your miracle. Receive your marital miracle. We are going to have more than 10 weddings in this 6 months. 10 weddings. 10 weddings. 10 weddings. Yeah, listen. Wedding number 1. Wedding number 1. 10 weddings.
Come in broken-hearted. Come to Jesus now. Come in testimony. Come to Jesus now. Come in broken-hearted. Come to Jesus now. Come in test of the righteousness. Come to Jesus now. He's the bread of life, the living water. Come to Jesus now. He's the bread of life, the living water. Come to Jesus now. Missy, yes, yeah, my God. Yes,
Whatever you wanted God to do for you, you must also do His first. Because she has spoken about rain, about open windows, and as I was praying, I don't want to go further because of my time. I want to let you to know that God has a purpose for your own life, and want to lift you and lift you beyond. Open means a clear or unobstructed space or expanse of land or water. Which means before God can bless you with open windows, you must have water, land, a big land, expanse, or a forest. Before. So as you are here, the blessing that is about to come, as soon as you begin to obey, it's just like Bakatoyo. Because open windows, as soon as you ask your faith is in Lord, repented, forgive me, He forgives you. And you start paying your tithes in your church, you start giving offerings in your church, doing what is right. Because when it starts coming, the way the flood came, the same way money is coming. The way the flood came, and in the lowest days, destroy people, the same way God is going to really bless you so much. I'm telling you, unlimited blessing. I have seen it, and I'm telling you, as His prophet, something as your feet has touched this ground. You have no idea, because we have waited on God, and I'm telling you, the mind of God. As soon as you act of faith, those of you who have been paying your time offering, take it easy. But those of you who have not been doing it, you are going to act, and things are going to happen in your own life. There's going to be a 10-hour round from today. Come on, lift your hands and shout a big amen. Thank you. That is it. Open windows. And this one this is open. Open means a clear or unobstructed unwatched space or expanse of land or water. It means finally broke out of the forest into the open. Finally, from the forest. The blessing that is coming from the windows of heaven, come into the forest, and then it will start serving you. Because forest is the expanse, is a large place. Because what God is about to do, your pocket is small. Your bank, even because no bank on earth can contain the blessing. I'm telling you, no one bank can contain the blessing. So think about where you are going to keep the blessing. Think about it. That is why when God starts blessing you, the first thing you do is to go to the house. Hallelujah. Amen. So you see, finally broke out of the forest into the open. Sometimes when it is flooded in the area, it gets flooded, it wanted an open a space somewhere to go. That is how your blessing is going to be. From generation to generation, from glory to glory, victory to victory, honor into honor, favor into favor. Lift your hands and shout a big amen. Oh, thank you. And this is about definition, English definition about open. But window in English, windows, it means an opening that resembles a window in appearance or function. So when God opens your doors and He starts blessing you, that's His appearance. The appearance is that you will begin to have a sign. And this is a sign that we're having this program for 5 days. For God to position you and condition your spirit to receive the word, to be able in order to break through in every area of your life. Because your time to be on top is due. Your time to be the head has come. Your time to see your enemies, to see that you are appearance of your world. Not just to receive a word, but you start living, singing, and enjoying the blessing. The blessing of the Lord, it makes rich and have no sorrow. Come and say, I'm blessed. Open windows. And open windows, about windows, it means the time period that is considered best for starting or finishing something. This is the season that God, it says, is your time, what? Period. That God is considering that this is the best time for you to start something, those of you who haven't begun, and those of you who have begun already, to finish it. It's what? The time period that is considered best for starting or finishing something. So if you haven't started, you will start. And if you have already started, you are going to finish it. That house will not be at the lintel level for 1,000 years. That house, money is coming to complete it and finish it. I'm telling you, that engagement, that marriage that you are trying to marry for many years, and no money for engagement and wedding, and it has been decades. Money is coming to push you forward, brother. That education that you have been waiting, you're looking for money to go and register a degree, but there's no money. You always have to hold. God is about to do something, brother. That visa you have gotten, they gave you 5 months, but it's about to expire, left in 1 month, but there's no money to travel to USA or London and Germany. God is about to explode you with a miracle. Come on, shout and make it. That church that you have bought and learned, and you could not build that mega church, God is about to open the windows of heaven and pour ye down a blessing on the redemption power ministry. And that mega church, 6,000 seat auditorium, we are going to build it by the power of God. That vision, that family, that church, that company that you want money, that company, like Kojo Sagoe, open windows. Time on what? It says the time period that is considered best for what? For starting or finishing something. When you start, you know. You finish. Amen. Okay. Jesus' name. Let's read Job 2, verse 7 to 11. And then we'll pray. We'll move on. Job 2, 7 to 11. Remember, windows. People who use windows most of the time is 1, air. 2, house flies. They pass through the window and go to your house. One is what? Second is what?
House flies.
Third, demons. When they come in the night, either they will touch the wall and come to your bedroom or pass where? Window. Jesus Christ said, He is the shepherd of the door. But the robber, he doesn't come through the door. Why? Window. Thief. Last one. And when the thief is coming to steal from you, it passes where? They normally pass through window. Either they stand here and take it or they break it and enter. They will never come to your main door. Normally through one. And God also, if He's to bless you, He does it through what? Window. But He doesn't have one window. He does what? Windows. So window has something, and you too. The reason you have carved a window in your wall is because of ventilation. Yes. You open and close. But that is more spiritual. If I do a gate in my house, the gate spiritually is a type of what? Security. Wall. You say, as strong as the mountains surround Jerusalem, so God has surrounded His people. As long as I've done a wall in my house, the same way God's angels are around the whole house. If you haven't done your wall, the angels are not around your house. They are about two. So anything in the Bible has a reason, has a purpose, has a revelation until you understand the revelation, you will never know how it talks about. Hallelujah. Job 2, 7 verse 11. He says, they shall run like what? Mighty men. These are locusts. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They are coming. How can locusts come into your life? Come into your house. It says they do what? They shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. They will come, and then they will make sure that they come through your window and walking on the wall. Let's continue. And say, neither shall one trust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. If you use the sword to kill them, they will not die. Because when a curse is upon you, house fire, things just come your way. Evil things, you always fight. And the battle that God is supposed to battle for you, you are doing it yourself. You can't see it because you have refused to obey God. With what? Tithe, just tithe and offering. Look at it. You and I, we take in the air in and out every day since we were born. That's how to be for till 20 years comes, and then we'll go to heaven. The same air I breathe, the same air, the same for animal. And we should pay rent of this air. So no, I will eat. Me, whatever I have, I don't even have, I got them. If God says what I have, I should give it to somebody, I will do. But because I don't claim what I have is for me. Even the children, in my heart, I know the firstborn belongs to God. The secondborn belongs to God. The thirdborn belongs to God. So in my heart, I know I don't physically claim that she is my daughter. Encourage them to pay their tithe. That's the only way they can break through. Abraham taught his son Isaac. Isaac also taught his son Jacob. Jacob taught his 12 sons and one daughter called Dinah. Joseph also taught his 2 sons. The only way your children can break through, that they will not come to you asking you for any help, is their tithe offering. That's why they can't marry. They can't break through, break forth. You see, people who are ugly, the women who are ugly are those who marry. The women who are beautiful, normally they don't marry. Beautiful, because we don't marry by beauty. We marry by favor from heaven. When you pay your tithe and what? Offering well. There's the glory of God all over you. There's God's glory all over you. As you're thinking about yourself, sometimes the whole of June and July, you're worried about your life, you think you're not making headway. So sometimes you're in your room and you share, you people being and they don't know what to do. God also is thinking about you. Jeremiah 20 verse 11 to 13, the plans I have for you, they are not of evil, they are good to give you a better end. It says, seek me with all your heart, and after you have sought for me, although I shall be found of you, says the Lord. God loves you and He's thinking about you. Jeremiah 29 11 to 13, think about it. So God is about to open some windows of heaven. Open windows from heaven upon your life. And it's about to do exactly that He has planned. You have also desired to receive from Him. So get ready and never contemplate about your life and worry. Anytime you are thinking about yourself, change this and think about God and His word and what I can do for God always. And God also will do what? Will think about you. God bless you. Thank you. I want to tell you something. Auntie, don't worry about anything. And I want to salute you for your hard work. How you have fasted, pray. After prayer, 12 o'clock, you wake up between 12 and 2. And you'll be praying, you'll be doing this consistently. And I want to thank God for your life. And now you've been lost from the realm that your enemies used to locate you and chase you and fight you. They couldn't find you again. Now, of the recent, they are looking for 2 months, they are looking for you in the other family. Because you dwell, Psalm 91 verse 1, you dwell God in the secret place of the Most High, and you abide God under the shadow of the Almighty. That's why you live now there. So there's peace now with you, because they are looking for you, and they couldn't. Your spiritual address is Psalm 91 verse 1. So what they want to do, because they couldn't look for you, what they want to do that they are going to use phone call. Sister, where are you from? Sister, the young boy, I said yes, but come here. Don't be lying. So be careful of your mother's house phone call. Sisters, it's a trick to get you. Because they have lost you, they can't get you because you dwell in the secret place of the Most High. Angels are around you. And anything that you have dreamed to be, God is ready to give you everything. Don't be deterred or be moved by what you see. Anything that God has said concerning your marriage, your future, and career and destiny, they all are about to come to pass. Between this year and next year, December, marriage is ready for you. Blessings are ready for you. Thank you. I lost you. Thank you. Now, so you are in the red. Come on, Holy Ghost. Take it. The fight is over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. The fight is over. The fight is over. The fight is over. The fight is over. Jesus' name. I want to tell you, you went to USA, you told us you're traveling.
Yes, I did.
You'll come back.
Yes, sir.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we missed you a long time. Please come back to sit down and pray for her again. Let us sit there. Okay, wonderful. Somebody over there gave you some perfume and some makeups. And the person gave you something like beads to put it on your waist. Because the person gives something to you to be given to somebody. And along the line, the person hugged you and did a work on your face, did a work on your waist. So up to now, the time you came, something is on your face. Next time you are going, you are coming, design whoever gives you anything, whether to accept it or not, because trouble was coming. And that bag, that perfume was passed. You don't have to use that bag. You take your things out and put the bag somewhere. Because something was behind it. And I'm going to pray for you and it will be over. Remember, He revealed to me, and actually it's mystery, and you can't understand why. So the purpose of that on your face, on your waist, and the perfume hasn't been completed. Lastly, you have a dream about her. Don't think about her. Don't think about this prophecy so that it doesn't tend to become dream. But God will give you a dream about her. This month and next month, you will know the true ID Finish. God bless you. Yeah. You have been taking some drug for some time now. And this last week, one of the days you were there in the house, you nearly took overdose. And something stopped you, and then you check it. Oh, it's right, you have to take 2. Huh?
I forgot.
So you did what?
I didn't take the overdose. I remembered again. I forgot.
Oh, talk.
I was going to take more, and then something I just remembered and I already taken it.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Daddy, please, I was going to take an overdose. I forgot I had taken one earlier on, so I was going to take more. And then something just reminded me that I had already taken it, so I shouldn't take it.
So what happened?
I didn't take it.
I'll pray on your mind. Other than that, you bring the trouble to yourself. I know you are very intelligent. I want to pray on your mind. Yeah, I'm seeing last week to this week, as I'm seeing somebody who came to you, and the person has taken some alcohol and cigarette. The person smells somebody who has done something, and he was talking to you, sitting on a bench or something, and he was talking to you, and the way he's talking is like he wanted you to get close to him, but you were also not happy the way the person was talking. It's a realm you are in. I want to pray over this realm. Some sister came to me from somewhere and told me that since they were born, only the old men who have been proposing to them, not their age group, and that I should pray for them. And then I can't pray for them because I haven't seen a vision. Prophet pray for you based on what he has seen. So if you go to a place and prophesy to you, and he doesn't deal with it, pray with you, then it's not true prophet, because as for God, he says, for with man it's impossible, but not with God. For with God, what is impossible? So if you come and tell me and say, somebody told me that you will die, then it's not from God, because you will die means he has revealed it and you will not die. Because prophet is not God. Come and say, prophet is not God.
Prophet is not God.
So you can't say things for you to be afraid and then end your life. So then I located something from the Lord, and the Lord showed it, and I told them that they should go and do this fast this, and then one of them got married. So that's what you have been in this for some time now. All these old men.
It's true, Daddy.
It's too much. So do you like old man? I'm asking you, I'm saying it's part of the package. Do you like old man, so that I won't say it again?
Yes.
You like old man?
Yes,
Okay, so you want to marry an old person? This is 70-year-old person.
50.
Actually, I'm sorry. No, stop. Actually, or your name appetite. Oh, we are in that practice service. Baby, I saw. Yeah, she's rapping. Okay, Father, she wanted 50s. Give it to her. So it's coming. The one with the beard with 6'6", not 5'5". It's coming. She has about 2 children as a divorced woman. And it's coming. He has a car. The car is a green car, like a Peugeot. Why? Which one? You know?
It's true, Daddy.
You know the person?
Yes.
Come on, brother. Come on, to know you, God, you and I know the person. So you come. And then within this man goes on and you come and asking you of the list. And then you move on. But anything that you hear about the farmer wife, don't be moved. He doesn't do anything with the wife again. Because he always annoyed, always mention the name of how all his money has gone because of the wife. Because he has told you before.
Yes, that is true.
God bless you. So, next 2 weeks Sunday, this Sunday you won't see me. Next 2 weeks Sunday, she prays. She'll see me in the office. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. I want to tell you, you have a call of God on your life, and you have been refusing. And God is worried about you. You were born with it. Somebody sowed a seed, your parents sowed a seed when your parents took you as a child in the womb. And then your mom or your parents have been telling you, respond to God's call in your life. And you are doing something else. You have become like Samuel in the life of your parents. Because it took God for your mother to give birth to you. You should have been dead by now. So you are a gift to God. And yet you want to use your strength to make money. And yet the money too is not coming. You are following people you are not supposed to follow. So you are not listening. And God is annoyed and God has left you. You having bad dreams about affairs somebody has not been with you. And you are worried. Bad dreams. Some dreams you don't even remember. You don't even explain how it goes about. Huh? Yes, that's true. Your parents have been telling you to follow the word of the Lord. Yes. Like one day you become a man of God. Yes, that's true. I'm going to pray for you, and I'll bless oil and give it to you. So remember me. And then you'll be anointing yourself. And then through that oil, you anoint yourself. The Lord will start coming to you. And your dreams will be clear. Your dream that used to be odd and bad and money locked up. Disappointment everywhere. Everything will be broken by the anointing of the Holy Ghost. And you are going to continue education because you still want to control education. You have gone, but still you want to control education and working. You continue education and respond to God's call in your life, and God is going to make a way where you are going to become a great person in this nation. Amen. And you will become a man of God that one day you become a bishop. You will live for the family. Amen. What's your parents? Okay, all right. So later. I will see you, right? I'll see you in the office. The Lord said, fight for your life, fight for the future. Don't give up. Because the way out for your marriage, for your financial life, and business has come. Don't give up. Hold on to your faith. Because the time things get tougher. That's where God also does the impossible in your own life. God bless you. Thank you. Don't give it to man. Jesus who is speaking is not man talking. It's Jesus glorifying him with the cloud prophet that is wonderful. Oh Jesus, we love you. You are wonderful. I am nothing without you. I was from the hometown. You have changed me, brought me this far. You are using me to bless your people. I have nothing. Thank you, Jesus. That's my grace. Don't follow men. Follow who? Jesus Christ. Men may fail you. Men are liars. He said, let all men be liars and God what? Be truth.